Hey y'all, it's LSD O'Neill here with another video today. Today I wanted to talk about what a lot of people seem to be talking about recently is the tunneling debate. Again, it's always popping up. But with Decisive getting buffed, it's kind of making everyone wonder what is the goal with it. If we were to want to get rid of tunneling in Dead by Daylight, what would probably be the best way to do it? I don't think having a perk, especially one that's locked behind a paywall, being the best option of doing it. All it does is slow it down just enough that it is potentially something that killers should be afraid of again, but it's not going to solve the problem. At least I don't think so. I think there should be some kind of incentive to not do it because I mean, there was an example Scott mentioned in his video about pain res technically being that, but it's still not actually functioning that way of being an incentive to not hook the same person. But it just ends up being they get tunneled out and then they have good regression perk for the final three, which is totally fair and true. I'm not a fan of that perk really. I wonder if there's a way to incentivize it in a way that doesn't maybe impact the game as hard, but maybe do it through like meta, like through multiple games or something like that. I don't know. Like the very simple thing is incentivize the blood point gain for not getting hooking the same person two times in a row or whatever. I mean, obviously stuff happens sometimes, and I think punishing isn't necessarily the answer. They could do something about punishment, like maybe having base kit. Ugh, just the idea base kit decisive. Ugh, that sounds awful. But something like I don't know, base kit borrow time obviously isn't enough to solve the tunneling quote unquote problem. Uh, but it's definitely something that needs maybe potential solving. And uh, I think some kind of reward for doing it is probably the best option. Punishing killers just makes them do it in spite anyway. And I think that's just the player base in general, not even just killers. If they feel like something shouldn't be done, they're gonna do it. I remember when we found the awkward exploit of being able to climb up on rocks. Everyone was doing it that wanted to, and of course, it was technically against the game, but it was just a funny thing that we could do, so we did it anyway. And I think this kind of would fall under the same situation. It's obviously a lot less fun and funny, but of course, we're not allowed to have fun and funny things, so we're gonna obviously abuse a different kind of system, I guess. Now, I'm gonna say I'm not that big of a hater of tunneling. I don't really care that much. Personally, if I'm being chased over and over again, that's a win for me. That's the funnest part of the game. So if they really want to chase me and waste their time, oh boy, I'm having a great time. But I do know that it really sucks for like middle and below players to be tunneled because usually the chases are very quick. Unlike maybe sometimes I do have quick chases. Don't get me wrong. But unlike me or any other person who has a lot of hours, the chases tend to take a while, especially if they're M1 killers. So it's fun. It's a good time. It's a good waste of their time while my teammates do gens, yada yada. But it does feel really bad for the average player, and I can understand that. I wonder if the behavior seems really, 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 really like giving haste. I wonder if they gave some kind of haste benefit to hooking other people than the people you just hooked. Like maybe not counting like I don't know the first two hooks, but after that, every time you hook a person, you get a speed boost for as many times as they have been hooked. So if they've been hooked, say 0 times, and you hook them for the first time, you can get like a 5% speed boost for I don't know 10 seconds. And then if you hook them the second time, you'd get like a 3% speed boost for I don't know 8 seconds, something that diminishes. And so when you get the kill on somebody, it's even less. So I guess it counts as a kind of a punishment. It's also a buff if you hook for like if you 12 hook, you get the most benefit out of it. I don't know if that's an answer. It's probably not. I'm just talking out of my ass to be honest. I don't know if there's a way to answer tunneling. Honestly, we already have base kit borrow time. I think base kit off the record would be a drag. I think it should always be an option, even though it's a fucking very unfun playstyle to go against. But I don't know. I'm kind of rambling, but that's it. I don't know. I don't have an answer. I wish I did. All right. I hope you guys have a good one. Bye.